Well, it's likely some of the best news we've heard about all year long, a COVID-19 vaccine on the horizon. That's what we're talking about today in Wellness Wednesday. We have Dr. Mrna Sheffield. She's the Medical Director of Community Health and Prevention for Intermountain Healthcare. Dr. Sheffield, welcome. Thanks for taking a few minutes to be with us. This is a big deal, of course, a game changer in today's atmosphere. Tell us how the vaccine will work in the human body.
So the first vaccine that is ready to get approved and is going through the approval process with the FDA and then through the CDC is an mRNA vaccine from Pfizer BioNTech. And it goes into injected just like other vaccines. And when it gets into the cell, it helps the cell produce proteins that look like the spike protein from the virus. And so when your body develops antibodies to those proteins, then if it's exposed to the virus, you already have the protective antibodies that will help keep you from getting infected, because it prevents the virus spike protein from being able to inject itself into your cell and infect you.
And the efficacy rate seems to be very impressive, 95%. Am I correct on that?
That is correct. So for right after getting the second dose is about 90% effective. And then after about a week, when your body's had the chance to develop its immune cells, it's 95% effective 1 week after the second dose.
Let's talk about timeline here, Dr. Sheffield. I know frontline workers will be receiving that vaccine first. When it does become widely available, we're talking about 2 doses of the vaccine, 2 different shots. So how important is it in going back and getting the second? Let's say somebody goes and gets the first shot and never goes back to the second. Does that first shot become completely null and void?
No, but it is very important to get the second shot. So we find that after the first dose, in that 21 days before people got the second dose in the trials, it was about 52% effective. So really, and the antibody levels don't get quite up to the protective level that you need. You need that second dose in order to get that 95% protection rate.
And you want to get that protection rate as high as possible. Really quickly, Dr. Sheffield, as we wrap, there are some people who may be a little skeptical out there receiving such a new vaccine that was produced quickly, rushed through, per se. What would you say to them?
What I would say to them is that the process was very similar to the process we do with other vaccines. It just happened in parallel rather than sequentially. So the production of the vaccine happened at the same time as the studies and the evaluation. And because this vaccine is an easy one to grow, or easy one to produce, where you don't have to wait for things to grow outside in other cells and purify it, the process is actually a swift one using an mRNA vaccine. And so it's a very effective vaccine. It appears to be safe, and we are really excited to see it come into our market.
I think a lot of people with you excited to get that vaccine. Dr. Mrna Sheffield with Intermountain Healthcare, thank you so much for the explanation. You really broke it down, easy to understand. And if you'd like more information on the coronavirus or the vaccine, go to our website, fox13now.com.